Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm going to do a little bit of an exercise showing people, I know we talk about moving livestock around your farm. And, this could be 1 acre or this could be 500 acres. It doesn't matter. It's all scale relevant. And I think some people might be a little bit feeling like, Greg moves his cows twice a day. I could never do that. And so I'm not even going to do anything. And, maybe this is your whole farm. You've got your animals out here and they're grazing. The whole farm is one. And so this is your farm. This is your water source. And that could be a hydrant or a pond or a stock tank, whatever. But I'm telling you, the importance of rest and recovery, I cannot overstate that enough. And so if you've got one farm and you're letting them have the whole thing, people will say, but Greg, when do I start rotating, or when can I start? I'm like, start tomorrow. Take you a reel like this, one of these. This is a geared reel, and I've got poly braid on there, okay? It's a 3-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to take my poly wire, which is this end, and I'm going to tie it over here on this side of my paddock, or in this case, my side of the farm. So I'm going to hook my reel on right here. I'm going to put in one wire right there. And then I'm going to put in some of these. So these are just temporary step-ins. So I'll put one of those, I don't know, maybe every 60 feet. Okay, so I've got my wire in now. So all my cows are in here. I've got cows all over here. They're going to be grazing in here. They can't get over here. They can't go to this side of the farm. So just by splitting your farm in half, and now this farm is starting to rest. This side of your farm is starting to rest. And I did this on an old friend of mine years ago. I talked him into just splitting his farm in two. He didn't want to do it. But I told him, I said, look, I'll get you the posts for free. So I got him some fiberglass posts. He went and bought one roll of high tensile galvanized high tensile 12.5, 180,000 PSI wire. And he put him in a little solar charger right here. In other words, he had barbed wire. The whole thing was barbed wire all the way around the farm. And we put in one paddock right across the middle. And there was this pond right here. And he says, but Greg, he said, when I move them into here, the cows come into this paddock, how are they going to get water? I said, we're going to do this. We're going to take that wire off. The reel, we're going to take the reel, just undo it, let the cows go through, and this is like after, I think we were moving them every month, about every 30 days, and we're going to rehook the water right over there, just like that, okay? So now, instead of the cows watering from this side, they're not here anymore, they're over here for a month, they can come in and get them a drink. Very, very simple, and he did that. And within about 2 to 3 months, he was calling me every day. He's like, Greg, I cannot believe how much grass I'm growing. He was so happy with that one wire. He put that wire in. It was in for 10 to 12, probably close to 20 years. When he passed away, his wife called me up and said, Greg, I know Kenneth would like for you to have that wire back and those posts. And it almost brings tears to my eyes to think about it, but I went back and I rolled up Kenneth's wire and I rolled up his post. But that old man was so happy by having part of his farm resting part of the year, and they were over here. He said, Greg, I can't believe how much grass I'm growing. I said, Kenneth, don't go buy any more cows. That's what he was tempted to do. He's like, I can go buy more cows. And I'm like, no, stay with what you got. You got a lot more grass here. Now you're not going to have to feed as much hay in the wintertime. But it was just as simple as putting in one. Now, let's just say you find this works really well. You're like, you know what? Maybe we could ramp this up a little bit, okay? Well, now we can put in another one right here, and maybe one over here. And same deal. There's your pond. Here's your reel. Just bring it back to here. This one here, same way. In other words, when they come into this paddock, you're going to bring that wire back to there. So that the animals, no matter where they're at, they can always get to that pond. And with this wire being in here, they can't graze here, they can't graze here, and they can't graze here. Now, you've increased your stocking density because you've got them on a smaller area, and you've increased your time by 4 paddocks. Instead of just being on the whole farm, now they're on 4. Okay? Folks, you get in a summer drought, and it hasn't rained for 8 weeks. And it's hot every day. And it's just, there's no rain clouds. And your farm has got 3 of these, nothing chewing on it, because they're all right here. Yes, they're grazing this. And maybe they're overgrazing parts of it because you're only moving them, let's say, once a week. But you know what? When you come into here, those plants are going to get rest back here. They're not here anymore. They're not here anymore. So just think about this for a minute. For every blade of grass that you can grow on that farm, that's another day you're not going to be feeding hay this winter. And 80% of the cost of running livestock on your farm is encountered in the wintertime. Folks, this is how you can grow some stockpile. Get your animals up in one part of your farm and rotate them. You don't need to put water everywhere. This will work. It's a very economical way of doing it. You got one water source. When you find this is working, you might want to come out in the summertime. Let's just say this was a hydrant. You can buy above ground piping and just hook onto your hydrant and run your piece of polyethylene pipe out here. Now you've got water out here in the middle of your farm. This opens up all kinds of opportunities. Now you can start running your paddocks in more of a wagon wheel, or you can run long, narrow rectangles like that. You know, it just gives you so much flexibility by being able to move your water around. Folks, and let's say this is your water, and we still have our 4 paddocks. This is your water. And you're in this paddock. Where do you put your mineral at? You don't put your mineral up here by the water tank. You put it back here. Okay? You always put your mineral at the furthest point away from your water. Why? It's because it's a magnet. The water draws manure and urine. The mineral draws mineral and manure. And so you're getting animals traveling back and forth. So for those of you all who are just giving them the whole farm, you might want to look at getting some of these. Okay? These are the good ones. These are the O'Brien step-ins. And this is a Terragate geared reel. I love these reels, by the way. And get you some poly braid. Don't use poly wire. Poly braid. Folks, you can do exactly what I did there on that first setting. Just one wire across. All you need is one reel. And probably, I don't know, 15, 20 posts, depending how big your farm is, of course. But if this is like a 40 acres, you probably wouldn't need over 20 posts. So anyway, not a big investment. Grow twice as much grass. And have fun with it, folks. This is Greg Judy signing off. Thank you all.